Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Hudzy. Sword and Shield just wrapped up about a year ago, and we're on to Scarlet and Violet, the new expansion. In this video, we're going to be making a tier list ranking all of the Sword and Shield sets from worst to best. Let's get right into it. Alright, we're starting off with Sword and Shield base set, right over here. Today, we're going to be ranking them from poop to fantastic. Let's take a look at the actual TCG player price guide of the set here. The most expensive card coming in at $73, we have Marnie Full Art. I'm not a big fan of trainer cards being the most expensive card. I just don't like trainer cards like full arts being the most expensive. I like when there's Pokemon cards as the most expensive card. So to me, there's nothing special in the set, which is normally what we see with the base sets of all the expansions. You look at Black and White, you look at Scarlet and Violet, XY. None of the base sets are really the killer sets. Again, because they're releasing the new Pokemon. Like here, we got Zacian and Zamazenta. So for me, I don't think it's the worst set in Sword and Shield, but it's definitely bad, so we're going to put it right there in the bad slot. Next up, we got Rebel Clash, and this set, in my opinion, off the top of my head, is even worse than Sword and Shield, but let's take a look again at the price guide. Again, we have a trainer card as the most expensive card here, coming in at $37, and then another one here, Sonia, at $34, and then we got a couple of Pokemon coming in, Ninetales V. But again, there's no cool Pokemon, nothing really that no fan favorite Pokemon here, and there's no really price value. There's no expensive cards. You see on the first page here, it's going down to like 10 bucks, 4 bucks even on like the first slot. So yeah, for that reason, I think I'm just going to put this in the poop. I don't think anything really is going to be any worse than Rebel Clash. If anything is, it'll probably be on the same level as terrible. Next, we're moving on to Darkness Ablaze, and this one is definitely an interesting one because, first of all, it's a super expensive box right now. I think it's going for like around $180. And second of all, it was so hyped. Everyone was excited to get in on the Darkness Ablaze because it was going to be a Charizard set. And sure, here we have it. Obviously, the Charizard VMAX in the top slot for $25. But literally every card after it is complete dud. There's nothing. We got Salamence at $8, Eternus at $8, Butterfree, again, nothing except for the Charizard in this set, and the Charizard's not even that expensive. So for that reason, honestly, I'm going to put this in bad with Sword and Shield because, it's not the worst set. It's not as bad as Rebel Clash, but because of the hype factor that there was and how dead it actually ended up being, I feel like it's just not going to be a good set. Can't compete with really the other ones in Sword and Shield because there are some super dope sets coming up soon. Next, we're on to Champion's Path, and honestly, I personally love this set, and there's one specific reason. I absolutely love high ticket items, high ticket Pokemon cards. As you can see here, we got the secret shiny Charizard V for $175 and the secret VMAX for $176. I love when a card is super over the top expensive because that makes their kind of a gamble value in the set. You open a box, obviously you're looking for one of these. That's the only way you can turn profit. So I guess not a box in this case, it's an ETB because it only released as kind of like a subset. Other than that, there's nothing in the set. Everything's kind of a dud, nothing super special, but I do again love the high ticket with those. So I definitely think it's better than Sword and Shield and Darkness Ablaze. I think it fits in the okay category. Not the worst, not the best. Next, we're on to Vivid Voltage, and similarly with Champion's Path, I do like the fact that this Pikachu's going for $130. I like that. You open a box, you actually can look for something. There's a gamble, there's a reward. If you hit it, you're actually making money. Obviously, it's super rare to hit, but there's a possibility in it, and that's fun. Again, besides that, I'm also not the biggest Pikachu fan. I like Pikachu, but he's not my favorite Pokemon. I definitely also like Charizard more. So for that reason, I'm going to put this probably around the Champion's Path okay sector. I think it's better than Darkness Ablaze for sure, but I'm not the biggest fan. It's also very expensive, and it's just not my cup of tea. Next, we have Shining Fates. Obviously, we have the Charizard VMAX Shiny as $85, the most high-ticket item in the set. Again, there's not much expensive cards, but that being said, I think Shining Pokemon have a lot of potential. I think, whenever playing the games, lots of nostalgia with Shining Pokemon. Everyone used to go in and obviously try to catch the Shining Pokemon. It was so dope. One in I don't even know how many, don't know the stats, don't quote me, but rare. And we all love Shining Pokemon. I feel like in the long run, these cards, having the full set is actually going to have some value. I think picking up this is a good idea to do now, especially because look how cheap all these Shining cards are in the Shining Vault. So I definitely think this is better than the ones we have so far, and I think it's going to be good in the long run. Again, this is my opinion. A lot of people may disagree with me, but I'm going to put this in the good category. Next up, we got battle styles, and this is probably going to be my most controversial opinion in this video because I think a lot of people don't like this set, but honestly, I'm a pretty big fan. I like Tyranitar, I like Empoleon, I like Houndoom, I like the classics of this set, and I also love alt arts. And as we see here, we have the around $100 Tyranitar V alt art, the Urshifu, don't care about that to be honest, but then we got the Empoleon, and I just like these cards, they're nice. Again, nothing crazy in the set, nothing super valuable or expensive, but I think in the long run, these alt art cards, maybe in a Gem Mint 10, are going to be worth some serious money. That being said, I'm going to put it in the good with Shining Fates. I don't think it's great. It's definitely not great, but it's good, so I'm going to put it with Shining Fates in the good category. Next up, we got Chilling Reign, and this is where the juice of Sword and Shield really starts. We got the Blaziken alt art, the Galarian Moltres, Zapdos, Articuno. These cards are total prize pick Pokemon, fan favorites. People love these cards, and I mean already we see the Blaziken going for $190, the Moltres $120, the Snorlax $70, and then we got the other ones all over $30 per card, which is already super good for the set. Again, look, as we're scrolling down, we have all the way down here still cards going for $14, only moving down to 10 down here with the Celebi VMAX, but still I feel like in the future this set is going to be crazy. These cards in a 10 are going to be good. I absolutely love Chilling Reign, and I think it's definitely better than Battle Styles. For now, we're going to put this in the great tier, and I do think there's a lot of great sets in Sword and Shield, so there's probably going to be a lot more as we see Evolving Skies coming up next. We're going to be going to the better sets coming up right now. So for Evolving Skies, obviously, don't even need to look at the price chart. We're going to, but it's fantastic. It's for sure the best set in the series. So let's take a look at Evolving Skies. Check the highest price. Again, obviously, the Alt Art Umbreon, $580. We got the Rayquaza, $260. Leafeon, Glaceon. These evolutions are total fan favorites, top picks, to die for cards. Everyone loves it. I just see this set in the future going up to the top, and it's absolutely a no-brainer. This set is fantastic, so I'm putting it number one, 100%. Next up, we got Celebrations, and I personally love this set. I love how it's throwback to the classic cards. We have the base set Charizard, we have the Umbreon Gold Star, Shining Magikarp. These cards are just like such nostalgic cards we all remember. I don't think it's going to be the most valuable set ever because it was printed so much, and the pull rates were crazy also, right? So for Celebrations, I'm going to go probably great with Chilling Reign. I love this set, but I don't see it being the craziest top set in the future. Next up, we got Fusion Strike, and this one's an interesting one because it started off super slow. I remember back in the day getting ETBs for around $25, but honestly, it's a good set. We have the Mew alt art, the Espeon, the Gengar, Celebi, Mew, like Mew V. Like, I'm telling you, this set's kind of good, and already we're seeing some spike in value. We have the $200, we have the Gengar going for around $210, Espeon $140, Mew $65, and I feel like this set's just going to go up and up. I feel like it's done being printed now, so I feel like if you can get it for a good price now, I would jump onto that as soon as possible. I would put this for sure in the great category. Again, it's not Evolving Skies. I don't know if anything will be Evolving Skies level in this tier list, but this is for sure going to be a great set. Next up, we got Brilliant Stars. Obviously, with the classics, we have the Charizard V alt art, the first alt art Charizard in Sword and Shield. Super dope card. I absolutely love the artwork. We also have the Gold V-Star Charizard. Then we also have the Arceus alt art. And on top of this, we have the trainer galleries, right? So we have the Umbreons, we have some evolutions, Umbreon, Sylveon. And I just feel like this set's pretty solid. I mean, there's good value. It's gonna be something, you know, sought after in the future. Obviously, Charizard sets are good. I mean, we saw with Darkness Ablaze how that kind of was a dud. But Brilliant Stars is solid. I mean, I'm in the middle of good and great for this set. I'm not 100% sure where to put it. I feel like it's obviously better than Shining Fates and Battle Styles, but I also don't think it's as good as Fusion Strike, Chilling Reign in the future. I would put it in between these. Again, this is my opinion, but I'm going to go with great because it's definitely closer to the great side. Next up, we have Astral Radiance. I love this set. Love the Machamp alt art, the Palkia, Dialga. I love these cards. Again, we also have the Trainer Gallery in this set. And as we see here in the Trainer Gallery, stuff's already going for some money. I don't really know why they started me so much, but again, we have Garchomp, we have Moltres, we got classic Pokemon, Articuno, Zapdos. Whenever you see classic Pokemon in these sets, it's a good set. So again, I feel like Astral Radiance is a super solid set. It's going to be sought after in the future, and it's going to be in the great tier. It's going to be in the great section here. Oh, not there. It's going to be a part of that top tier sets in the future. I'm telling you guys, don't sleep. If you can get this stuff for a good price, I would do it now. Next up, we got Pokemon Go, and I'm not gonna lie, I was never the biggest fan of the set. We got some cool cards, obviously Mewtwo, Dragonite, these are some pretty fan favorite Pokemon, but I've never been a big fan of the Pokemon Go. I don't really know much about it either, the way it came out, the tins, the different things. I was never opening it, and I also never bought it, and I have none in stock right now. That being said, I don't think it's a terrible set. I think sometime in the future it might be worth some money, but honestly, with all the other sets right now that we have in Sword and Shield, I definitely won't be eyeing Pokemon Go set. Although Pokemon Go was such a craze and, you know, obviously a big phenomena in the world. I mean, everyone was going off after it. I would say it's okay. It's definitely not bad. I would say it's okay with Champion's Path, Vivid Voltage, somewhere around there. Maybe on the worst sector. I don't think it's as good as Champion Path or Vivid Voltage, but it's not as bad as Sword and Shield and Darkness Ablaze. So that being said, I'm going to put it in the okay, because also I don't know much about it. It's not my cup of tea, really. Next up, we got Lost Origin, and again, this is the juice. At least for me, I love Giratina, Aerodactyl. I love these old Pokemon. Whenever they bring these old cards, bring them into alt arts, they're super fire. You see the Giratina going for $280, the Aerodactyl for over $100. This set is honestly stacked already, and I only see it going up in the future. Here we have the Pikachu VMAX in the trainer galleries. We got another Pikachu, Mews, like these gold secret cards. They're super dope. I love Lost Origin. Arguably could be up there in Fantastic with Evolving Skies. It's definitely not as good, but I do think it is better than these great ones. I'm gonna put it with Evolving Skies for the sake of the video, because, you know, I want a little bit of competition, stir up some beef in the comments, see what you guys think. I'm probably going crazy and you guys disagree with everything I'm saying here, but that being said, I'm gonna put it with Evolving Skies. It's definitely better than these ones in the great category, but I also can acknowledge it's not as good as Evolving Skies. Totally pick it up if you can for any decent price. I think in the future it's gonna go crazy. And I love Lost Origin personally. It's my personal opinion. Next up, we have Silver Tempest, obviously with the chase card being the Lugia V alt art. I'm definitely a fan of this set. I don't think it's the best one. I don't think it's terrible. Chase card being a Lugia, obviously a fan favorite Pokemon. We've all been looking at Lugias since, you know, day one, Gen 1, everything like that. Also has Rayquaza, Blaziken. It got some other juicer cards in the Trainer Gallery subset. So I'm definitely a fan of this set. And again, I don't think it's as good, as fantastic as these Evolving Skies Lost Origin, and it's not as bad as Battle Style Shining Fates. This is for sure a great card category set, and great set in the category. And it's actually on the tier list missing Crown Zenith, and I'm just going to throw that in kind of as an honorable mention. We'll take a look at Crown Zenith and what they actually have. In the main set of Crown Zenith, there's no juice really. There's a secret rare Pikachu, but like, let's leave that for now. Let's go to the straight to the Galarian Gallery. Again, we have the Giratina Gold, Arceus Gold. These cards are super dope. The Mewtwo, I love this set. It's got evolutions, it's got the beasts, it's got honestly every single card that we can see. It was super overprinted, so I'm not sure about the exact price or what it's going to be in the future. But for the set itself, it's absolutely phenomenal. It has literally everything. I honestly would put this in the fantastic category with Evolving Skies Lost Origin and Crown Zenith. So right here, you can see Crown Zenith with the fantastic Pokemon cards. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I have no idea what I'm doing with this tier list. It's absolutely all over the place. You guys probably have so much hate and something to say. Spill it in the comments. I'm ready to hear what you guys think, what you guys have to say. This is just my 2 cents. Hope you guys have a blessed day. Peace.